So we're back today with Gulliver, and we're going to be having him canter with the saddle on. We have not gotten to a canter under saddle yet. I like to do that sometimes up on the trail, and so perhaps we'll get him cantering out on the trail first or in the arena. Just depends on how he is and what he wants to do. It's important to follow your horse's cues. They're not always ready for what you want them to be ready for. So you've got to listen and observe your horse to see where they're at. I'm not going to push a horse who's not ready. For instance, I took Gulliver for a walk down on the trail, just in hand, and he was all dancy-prancy and spooky and silly. So lunging him on the road didn't work, didn't settle him down, it just got him more excited. So I brought him back to the arena. I cantered him in the arena, in hand, lunged him, just a couple circles back and forth, making sure he knew I was his herd leader, because controlling his feet invoked that instinct to recognize me as his herd leader. And then we went for a walk and it was fine. There was no exhaustion in it, don't get me wrong. I did not exhaust him. I just controlled his feet, and then we were off on the trail and he was where I needed him to be. So it's important that you watch where your horse is. Are they ready for the next thing? He wasn't ready for that trail walk. He needed to be reminded that he can trust me. And it was my job to invoke his confidence and trust in my herd leadership. So we're going to run through the 3 foundations and 5 fundamentals before we ride. So let me just love you right here. Pressure and release with bonding. Just nose right there, please. Oh, very good, very good. And then we want the nose over here. Let me love you right here. Let me love you. Oh, I just so love you so much. Okay, nose. Oh, very, very good. Very good. You're such a good boy. Okay. I'm going to ask you to back up. Back up, back up. Very nice. Let's go that way. Let's do a little trotting. Before we check that girth, before we tighten it up again, I want that saddle in a good place. Hips will push it forward. Shoulders will pull it back. Get it where it needs to be, the best fit for him. Good job. I run every horse through this program every time before I ride, even Paco, who I've had for well over 10 years. I still run him through my 5 fundamentals, 3 foundations for a safer horse, because it's like a pilot getting in an airplane. If you want to get on an airplane where the pilot never went through all the emergency checks, give me that nose right there. Boy, I don't want to be on an airplane with that. Same with the horse. You have got to take the time to warm them up, reminding them that you're their leader. You are their herd leader. You're the same as you were yesterday, you are today, so they have confidence and trust in your leadership. And I'll tell you, that eliminates, not 100%, nothing is 100%, but that will give you a much better chance if you get into a situation in a runaway or out of control, that you can get the control back a lot easier, a lot faster, because you have spent this time reminding them on the ground before you went riding that you are their herd leader